Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. So Ethereum hitting the 556 level. Actually, that was slightly in error. I should have come from this level, I realized later. So our true level was 560 to 561, but even if you use that 556, we closed pretty much dead on it. So anywhere in that's where these game levels are. That's why we're not trying to project the exact top or bottom. We're happy to get the vicinity of where we're going to pull back, because if you make a misdrawing or something else, it gives you a little room for error. And I'm especially not perfect. Sometimes I make mistakes and I catch them later. So right now that should have been the correct level coming from that very bottom move and then the most recent move. I'm going to reverse these now. We're above the 87.5 key levels. I'm going the other way to watch for key pullback levels. And we're going to start from that same place where we projected it. So that gives us a really nice area. So we had that cluster up there at the 560 level now. Key pullback area, prior breakout zone, and the 12.5% coming in at 538. If we break below that, next major area is 525. Then we'd be watching all the way down to 512 if we broke below the rotation zone. This one's actually remaining pretty strong. Worked off a lot of its overbought condition in this consolidation and now breaking out. Now it's just we're going to be watching for a pullback to rotation zone and a rotation back up. We can also do the projections from this last little run up before the corrective move and see where that takes us. So, look at this. So now we have 573 next minor level, next major area. We have a cluster 582 to 583. I'm going to leave these levels from this projection since we haven't hit this major level and it's reinforced with this level. So that's what we're watching for on Ethereum. Let's check on the daily chart. Daily chart. I mean, we could get a slight divergence in here, and we're trading right at the 50-day. If we did get that bigger pullback, again, that 512 area, we have the rising 8 coming in. So if we got a bigger pullback to that area, that's going to be key to watch for the reversal. Then if we did fall below that, the bottom of the rotation zone is coming in with the 37.5% retracement level. So that's 486. That's the biggest pullback we'd be expecting right now, unless if we got a bigger pullback than that, then something definitely changed with the upside momentum and we'd be looking to reevaluate. That would probably mean the rotation zone on the 4-hour would be against us also. So at least move up some stops. We might be getting minor divergence, nothing to worry about yet. You should be moving up your stops or taking on some partial profits so you can add things back on pullbacks or rotation zones and some rotations back up. Switching over to LITECOIN, which was some updating to do because we haven't looked at it a couple days. So it ran up. We had the next major level at the 139. You see poking through it a couple times, coming back to rotation zone and rotating back up. Now what you should have been doing then is moving that to the next levels higher, so you can still go from the start of the move, and then you can always do the most recent move. That gave us a 144 and 147.67. What was the high here? 147.66, close enough. We're just going to call that level hit. Actually, you don't like when it hits it that exactly, because if you're looking to move up a stop or take something off, it was too accurate. You couldn't probably get anything off up there before it pulled back. Right now, we're going to update it again to give the next key levels. Looks like we're getting a little decreasing momentum, and will come from, some of these lows, I think right about here. And we'll go up here to see where that gives us the next key levels. So we have right around 150, then 152 to 153, sort of a wide range. Hopefully we'll be able to refine that as we get next push up, and then 156.75. Let's also do our retracement levels. Very important to see what we're looking at right now. So I'm going to take some of these off too, just so we declutter the chart a little more. All right, first area pullback. We have this 0.125 level right here at 143. Why do we have another line there or something? I'm going to take some more of this. It's actually a cluster from a bigger thing. Let's just take that off for now. 143, we got the rising 8. I'd really be watching. You have this prior little shelf here, breakout level, and the rising 8. I'd probably be watching 142 to 143 for the first level of pullback, possible strong rotation back up. If not, I'd be looking then to the 138.50 area 137.60 to 138.50 for the bottom of the rotation zone and a move back up. And if we got the bigger pullback, we now have the flattening out 200 period simple moving average coming in at the 134 level, which and the 37.5% retracement. Those are the three things I'd watch for. But I'm really more interested in one of these 12.5 or 25% pullbacks with a rotation back up. Switching over to the daily chart. No decreasing momentum yet, no potential divergences, so we're still okay there. Right now, we bumped into the 50-day exponential, poking up just above it, but then dropping back down. So let's see where we close here. And you see we could easily just pull back to even this 25% level, and that wouldn't really phase it at all. Now, if we did pull back that 37.5, that 134, that's at, we got the first cross of rotation zone and the 8s coming in there. So that's going to be a very key level. Let's just double check that on the 4 hour. So right there we have the 200 simple. Right below we are going to have the rising 50. So they're going to come in contact with each other. And then on the daily, we have the 8 and the 37.5% gain level. So that's really important on this bigger pullback. And you can see there was some minor resistance there, which will become support. And there's key support over here. So on a bigger pullback, really target that 134 level if we get a nice pullback to that level, which would be nice. Get us add some back on much lower. Don't forget to raise your stops up. Let's see here. Also, right in the middle of this 152 to 153, we have some where dip buyers stepped in before. Some people might be looking to sell out up there, so don't ignore this 152 to 153 level. There might be some selling pressure coming in up there, which could trigger then another pullback. So we have for you on Ethereum and Litecoin, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.